no further action taken after reviewing the Di Giannantonio and Acosta incident, and given that it happened on an outlap at the start of qualifying, I think that's fair enough.
Once again, the Aprilias in Sector 1 are just lighting it up. Ayagura, I've lost count how many times I've seen a red sector next to Ayagura's name through that first split throughout this weekend. Good job so far by the Japanese rider, on course for a season best second row as it stands right now, but just as he did in Q1, starting to pick up some serious pace, some serious speed right now is the 93 of Marc Marquez into the museum corner. Just what, 50, 70 yards up the road is his teammate Pecco Bagnaia. Martin also looking good on the factory Aprilia once again.
Overall best first sectors for Acosta, Di Giannantonio, Bagnaia, Agura, Martin and Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez the strongest though through the second sector. Is he threatening another low 129?
He's looking so good. Goes through the gearbox, you can see there with the left foot as he came out of garage there. Ducati a little bit unsettled, sideways on the brakes, just an indicator of how hard Marc is pushing that GP26. Still keeping tabs here with Bagnaia ahead of him. This is going to be the first time we're going to see recorded by Pecco Bagnaia. Where will this take the Italian? Martin goes second. Jorge Martin's found another high 129. 129.847 has put Jorge Martin and an Aprilia 1-2 on the grid as it stands right now. But for how much longer? Over the line, Marc goes. Bagnaia is fourth. Marc Marquez back into P1, topping Q1, topping Q2.
Oh, super close. Di Giannantonio matches it on a 29.6. Alex Marquez, he's had a crash. Alex Marquez is somewhere in the first sector. Is it the Dunlop chicane where his teammate crashed yesterday? The answer is yes. Quartararo goes up to fourth on the factory Yamaha,
which is brilliant. Here is Alex Marquez. This is Joy's
carbon copy.
Exactly. Just lay over the replay from his teammate Fermin Aldeguer yesterday. Yeah, you can just see Alex there. He's just concerned. He slides through the runoff area, lost it going through turn 3, and then came back onto the circuit at turn 4. Well, Fabio Di Giannantonio and Marc Marquez, they've got a bit of previous so far in 2026 in their battle to be top Ducati so far this season. And you know, Fabio Di Giannantonio saying, I don't care who you are, 7 times world champion, I'm having this piece of tarmac, pal.
Yeah, I'm coming through. And is Marc Marquez now just going to sit on his rear tyre and follow Di Giannantonio? No, he's going to try and come through. This is essentially slow laps that they're on. They're not really pushing. So here's Marc Marquez. This is through La Chapelle. Alex Marquez is on the right-hand side. And Di Giannantonio, he wants this piece of tarmac, as you mentioned, straight inside. Marc Marquez has to pick the Ducati up again.
Love it. Love it. This is what we want to see.
Digi's back ahead.
He is, Fabio Di Giannantonio. He's gone toe-to-toe with Marc Marquez on so many occasions. Digi just rolled out of there, then he allowed Marc to sweep on through into turn 13. And now Marc in turn, he backs out of it, going through the final corner. So a little bit of mind games at play here as well. In terms of the games on circuit, it's Marc Marquez that is on course for the 76th career pole position. He's on course for back-to-back poles after his brilliance in Jerez. A 129.646. Di Giannantonio in second, 500ths further back. Bezzecchi still on that front row, the world championship leader, of course.
Yeah, Di Giannantonio didn't nail the first sector and he's already rolled out of that one. He's now going to, I guess, reset and go for one more attempt. Here comes Ayagura, though, once again super fast in the first sector, but he's not able to sustain that. We're now into the fourth sector as he rounds the Esplanade. This could, though, put him onto the front row of the grid, which would be uncharted territory for Agura.
So good Agura, isn't he, in Sector 1? Love to find out the tricks of his trade going through there, because he's just unrivaled. Is he going to be on the front row of the grid? This will be some story for Trackhouse Aprilia and for Ayagura. Over the line he goes, picks up a couple of places into 6. Back on that second row goes the former Moto2 world champion. He's found a 129, a 129.888.
Here come a pair of Italians who are threatening the front row of the grid. Of course, Bezzecchi's already there in third place. Can he cut the gap, or can he get ahead of Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio? Bagnaia is also making a late dart for the front row of the grid. Bezzecchi does go up into second place. Can Bagnaia better that? Looks like he takes pole position.
Pecco Bagnaia out of absolutely nowhere. Well, we've got a factory Ducati 1-2 now. Pecco Bagnaia then on the front row on pole position. Bagnaia's last pole was at the back end of 2025. The Malaysian Grand Prix in Sepang could be his 28th MotoGP pole.
Yeah, Marc Marquez isn't going to beat it. He's slowing, look, out of the final corner. So Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio were busy playing games and watching each other on the previous lap. They've had their pocket picked by Pecco Bagnaia this morning.
129.634. We never really got anywhere close. We never really threatened, did we? The 129.288 that Marc delivered in Q1. So Marc Marquez was almost 0.4 of a second slower in Q2 than what he was in Q1. No major damage done though as far as Marc's concerned. Most importantly, as far as he's thinking, I'm on the front row of the grid. That's the most important factor, although it's Marco Bezzecchi. This could spell a bit of bother for the World Championship leader, because Fabio Di Giannantonio, at the moment 4th quickest, which has been his lowest qualifying position of the season so far. It might be a front row, it could be even better. Pecco Bagnaia loosening the T, so what of his wrist here?
John Zarco, by the way, did just set a personal best, but he, like last year, will start in 11th. But it's all down to 2 Italians. Is it going to be Bagnaia, or is it going to be Fabio Di Giannantonio, potentially on for a 3rd pole of the year?
This is going to be mighty, mighty close. Just 0.4 of a second between Bagnaia and Di Giannantonio as he comes into this 4th split. Out of the final corner goes Digia. Over the line, no, he lost it. Lost time in that 4th sector. So he's going to be 4th. He's taken the checker flag. Yeah, I think the VR46 Ducati crew were thinking like we were, that there might be a pole there for Fabio Di Giannantonio. Had to pick his way through some real heavy traffic here, didn't he, on the way on the exit garage there, and a shake of the head there from Digia.
Didn't appear to slow him down though. He was still up at the 3rd sector. Maybe that was just in his mind and clouding his thoughts as he came into the final part of the lap. It was the final sector where Di Giannantonio lost it, and he ends up starting on the front of row 2. It's Bagnaia, Marc Marquez and Marco Bezzecchi who will be your front row. Bagnaia, his 1st pole position since Malaysia last year.
Somebody who did miss out big time late on in that session. Well, 2 Aprilias missed out. Jorge Martin, with a couple minutes left, was on the front row of the grid. He was as high as 2nd. Martin gets punted back down to 8th. So the 89, last time he raced in Le Mans, he was victorious in both the sprint and the Grand Prix. Martin then going away from 8th place on the grid. His worst qualifying of the season so far, has not yet started any higher than 5th. And Iagura, who at one stage we thought was going to be in contention for the front row, well, he's at the back of the 3rd row now, is Iagura in 9th place.